Today we're discussing The Vial, and this is a gem of a film. It follows Amani, a housewife whose life gets turned upside down when her husband unexpectedly takes on a second wife. This is a tightly controlled horror film that uses supernatural elements in order to explore the consequences of impulse and selfish actions, showing how the damage they cause can be redirected to those who truly deserve it the most. We are introduced to Amani and her daughter Noor, who appear very well adjusted and comfortable, and everything changes when Amani's husband not only takes on a second wife, but that this second wife is pregnant with a son. The news sends Amani into a downward spiral, and you're not really sure how much of her paranoia is driven by grief or if there's something wrong with the new woman in the house. Most of the film takes place in the home, which at first feels very spacious, but over time starts to feel very claustrophobic and haunted. As Zahra starts to become comfortable in the house, the gap between mother and daughter starts to widen, and it's a strange detachment, as if Amani starts to fade the minute Zahra walks into the room. Khalid's absence from the home creates a weird dynamic where these women are forced to either get along or risk being discarded. However, Amani seems to resist the impulse to sacrifice her own well-being as well as her daughter's for her husband's greed. The question of what's wrong with Zahra slowly shifts to the cruel realization that this happy family was never really happy. It's less about coming to terms with Zahra, but more facing the death of her marriage to a man she thought she knew. The movie does a great job of balancing the predator-prey dynamic between Zahra and Amani's family. You're never really sure if Zahra is a scammer, a killer, or truly a demon sent from hell. Khalid's disappearance and his incarceration in the home really show that this is a man not trapped by circumstance, but by his own greed and selfishness. And I think the real horror in this film is the emotional toll one's bad actions can take on the people who love them the most. And overall, I would give this film a solid 4 out of 5. Please look out for it in cinema.